Hey y'all, welcome back to another video, and well, as you can see, I am back in my bedroom where I started my own at least my own series. So today let's just talk about how Nickelodeon is a joke, and this main topic that I'm going to be discussing here is mostly about the Twitter users who are still angry about the SpongeBob and all that shit. It's like, we already know last week the KCA Awards happened, and Kids' Choice Awards, and well, it's the same thing. It's the same results. I'm not surprised by it, and nor would I really care about it. That's when I say the only reason why we're going to be watching Nick at this point is just because of some special events, and otherwise it's just SpongeBob or Loud House, but mostly just a SpongeBob channel. It's mostly just a SpongeBob channel. So today I guess we can just go ahead and read some comments, and maybe this will probably be comedy for you, maybe not. Why do we even bother nominating other shows? Just change it to the SpongeBob Awards at this point. And then the fan page of the Loud House is just, well, you can already see they're pissed off. No need to rub it in, you yellow sponge, and then this other one says, fucking of course, SpongeBob wins for favorite animated show again because Nickelodeon has a favoritism problem and its bias towards shows that deserve it more than, like, Dragon Ball and all that. Honestly, Nickelodeon has nothing to do with this, and you can just say that the title just says it all. The Kids' Choice Awards. It's meant for kids. It's not really meant for you because you're maybe a grown-ass adult talking about some type of cartoon that deserves to win, like Dragon Ball. Like, I've heard of Dragon Ball, I just never heard of the new series. And not even the other show that got nominated last week, and that was XO Kitty, but I know nothing about that show at all. And then BJ just says, Nickelodeon seriously needs to stop ranking the favorite cartoon category in SpongeBob's favor. I do not care if he's the mascot, he does not. Yeah, so it's one of these fans where the Lotto's fans are obviously mad and they want that show to win and not this show to win. I just feel like the users who just keep complaining year after year after year, I would say they're annoying. And I don't really tolerate their behavior. I just don't tolerate their childish behavior at all. It's like, you can be a match-all all you want, but it's like, there's just no future for yourself because once the KCA Awards ends, then it's over. And then next year you're gonna expect the Lottos to win. Like, don't really expect much because if you already know SpongeBob's gonna win, I just need you to just shut the fuck up. And the only reason why I'm just gonna say to shut up is because at this point, you can give anybody a voice, but then once you don't know the person, it's like you don't recognize the same person as you used to. That's when you can say it's concerning, and not just concerning, but you probably don't want to associate with them. Now, if you want to know the person that I don't want to associate with, that's Christian Powder. Let me go ahead and read this whole discussion here. SpongeBob is going to kill Kids' Choice Awards by shutting down and changing to SpongeBob Choice Awards. Guest stars is not going to be SpongeBob Choice Awards, just SpongeBob character shows, movies. Yeah, this is obviously a joke as well. Just because SpongeBob is winning does not mean that they're going to go ahead and just change that to the SpongeBob Choice Awards and then everything's going to be SpongeBob themes. Like, that already happened last year, so I don't even know what you're talking about at all. And then you have the audacity to say, terrible idea, everybody's angry, you're the only one who's angry, nobody else is. No, I need to discuss, but I just have to discuss this right now. You may ever remember the last time where I said The Loud House, a show that I used to care about, but now I don't. And I'm still gonna say that because I'm the one who, like, when I was 10, I used to care about The Loud House. Like, season 1 aired back in 2016, I used to care about The Loud House. And then the plot just got, like, the story has gone repetitive, there's just nothing, I just don't really think there's anything special to talk about anymore. But it's like, after season 5, I just felt like that's when the downfall started. And that's another thing, I've just realized something because this caught my attention. So, Nickelodeon, let's just say they're a joke because of the schedules. And not just because of the schedules, but even any Paramount channel that you watch, like any channel that's associated with Paramount or Viacom. I don't really think Viacom exists, but besides from that, Paramount. Like, any channel associated with Paramount is just a joke. Like, Comedy Central may be known as only South Park, and even though I'm a fan of that, that's irrelevant to it's already irrelevant to this video. And then we have some NBC sitcoms like Parks and Recreation, and then we have The Office, and if not, we have Family Guy, even though they just spam the same shit, same set of episodes and such. For Paramount Plus, or at least for Paramount Network, they just only air Bar Rescue and then a few sitcoms. And then, Nickelodeon is just SpongeBob. Nicktoons is mostly just SpongeBob, but also the SpongeBob Network or Nick SpongeBob. They could have just called it Nick Bob anyway. And this is the part where I get pissed off. Blame the people who are selfish, stupid, and pathetic for not voting for you guys. So, let me tell you this right now. You're a grown-ass man saying that, oh, these people are so stupid, they're pathetic, they're, idiots, all that shit. It's like, again, let me repeat what I said before. I think there's a reason why the Kids' Choice Awards exist. It's for the kids, it's for the kids to choose and pick what their favorite content is, like what their favorite thing. So you can really give them a category, and then they'll think about what do they like what did they love, what did they dislike. But maybe this is where I say they would accuse Nickelodeon of rigging it because, most popular things that you may have known about in mainstream media, at least mainstream media, you would say that this whole award show is rigged because that one thing is popular, so obviously that's going to win. And I don't think I don't think not all the time it's like that, but then again, who am I to say? Because I barely watch any award shows aside from the KCAs, and now I don't watch any award shows at all. So I really have no say for it. Hopefully this video isn't boring, just in case. Because I already have tons of photos, and I probably should have removed them before I started this whole video. If you compare the popularity between SpongeBob SquarePants and Loud House, there's just no competition at all. Because it's more obvious. If SpongeBob's going to win, SpongeBob's going to win. It's like if there's more fans who love SpongeBob, then of course SpongeBob's going to win. It's like, have you ever heard of any fan, or at least have you ever heard of any meme revolving around the Loud House? Because if you don't, that's the reason why. It's like, I'm not saying that the show's being overshadowed by SpongeBob memes and, all the fan service they're providing. I think you can just say it's not just marketing at all, but it's like, again, SpongeBob is a popular show, it's a popular cartoon that everybody knows about, and if you don't, then you're just living under a rock. And now we have the one thing that I would like to say: we listen and we don't judge. So apparently we're still doing this trend, but I guess we're not doing this trend at all. Nickelodeon needs to stop making more SpongeBob, and again, this is where Christian decides to go ahead and say some bullcrap, say, yeah, and the Kids' Choice Awards needs to stop making references to SpongeBob. It's annoying as hell. It's no wonder why Kids' Choice Awards is an absolute... I wouldn't say the Kids' Choice Awards is a joke, even though you would say it. But again, you're a joke because you're the one spamming the same thing on Twitter, and once you do that, it gets annoying. And that's where I say I don't really want to be associated with a fan, like a toxic fan who's just narcissistic about one show and wouldn't really care about another show. Or then again, I could be wrong. And then we have one thing that's true, and I'm gonna say this again. The Lottos will never reach as stats as SpongeBob LOL. And honestly, it's true. It's true, nothing about it is false. And then you're just gonna take this shit serious and just say this. First of all, Looking Loud should be the name and face of Nickelodeon. He's the biggest star in this company. No, he isn't. That's SpongeBob. And second of all, yeah, and yes, this bad acting that I just did, I think if you're a Twitter user, you'll probably understand that. That's probably how they're gonna get angry. Because of bad acting. When a new show comes in, anybody could give less of a fuck about it. Now, if they cancel the show and you know nothing about it until the last minute, you're probably going to blame SpongeBob. And now let's talk about Disney Channel. You're gonna blame Mickey Mouse or some other show. And now that we're talking about another show getting cancelled, I'm just not gonna be surprised if this YouTube channel doesn't get successful, but I'm not really going to cancel my own show, or at least my own podcast. Either way, 100k viewers, nobody really gives a fuck about it anymore. And it's the reason why I would say Nickelodeon is irrelevant. Like, no matter how many IPs you make, it's like, they're just going to cancel off the original series. You're going to complain about that, even though you barely know anything about it. Your opinions do matter, but it's like, do you really know the show at all? Because if you do, then you're welcome. If you're not, then maybe go ahead and do your research. But I'm not going to say to stop watching it and, do all that. Anyways, you choose not to be friends like an idiot like you is because you don't have my passion or my personality of heart. And unlike you, I'm not selfish or pathetic like you. But the way that you're responding to it, you are pathetic. Even if you want to deny it. You can just call him a match I can just call him a match all I want, because you can go ahead and just say, well, it's already part of my category where I say useless videos and, reaction videos, and there's no reaction videos at all. If you're a content creator and the only thing you're known for, like, rage bait videos, then I do not want to associate with you. It's like, if you want to do the same thing, like do the same challenge videos, if you want to just do the same thing that Mr. Beast says, if you want to do the same thing, it's like, you're the reason why YouTube is getting boring. And that's why even though I may not be the right person to change YouTube, I'm just doing this because I felt like I wanted to. Even though I used to care about Nickelodeon, I just don't want to associate with the fans, nor do I want to associate with any toxic fandoms or even toxic Twitter users who decides to go on and say an argument on the same thing. It's like, you're just going to complain like a baby, then I'm going to treat you like a baby. But then again, I'm alone, so who am I to say things like that? And we're just going to end this video with something stupid.
I can trash talk whatever I want to, buddy boy, and the next time you start your bullshit with me, I'll slap you into next week. Don't start with me.
Yeah, but the only thing you'll be slapping is your computer screen. Lol. That's true. You're a loser anyway. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I actually forgot one more thing. How come The Simpsons is part of the category if this is adult animation, and everybody else is obviously cartoons, not just cartoons but Nixons or whatever it is? Better yet, have President Trump signed an executive order to prevent SpongeBob from getting nominated. Trump isn't really gonna do shit. At all.